The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets.
That's it, baby. We got work. Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check 31, check 31. Check, lucky. Hey, switch gears.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Forced out to his left. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
I'm coming after you. Watch twist, watch twist, watch. Two.
Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable.
Here we go.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now left side on the swing pass. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Vaughn. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down now, it's Grant. And he's got Rome. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go. Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place it and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
White. 80 weapon. Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's got Fuller. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. the gun. Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go back to Grant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go now. 3, 4, try.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This is caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Let's go. You tighten up. Say. Switch. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. Black 80. 45. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him
He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. They will run with Grant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Carl Joseph.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Vaughn. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 down.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Single.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jackson. Looking right sideline. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now Garoppolo. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Drop deep, drop deep. 13.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Back.
On 1st down, Grant. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The final score now from Baltimore. And it's the Bengals that wound up winning that one. A win would be their second on the young season.
Ready? Let's go. Ready. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, it's free.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.